Hey lovely, it's Yasmin Baraji from Tiny Time Big Results, and I hope you're having a really great day today. And today I want to talk to you about why I believe email marketing and email newsletter is a brilliant client attraction strategy for a tiny time business. So if you've listened to any of my podcasts before, you'll know that tiny time is all about when you have limited time for your business. And as if on cue, here's my little fella. So this is my tiny time because I have a very small child and my other two are in school. And so I only have a few hours a day. And so my focus is on how to help you get the most out of your tiny time. So an email newsletter is something that I have been doing for a number of years now, at least 5 years. And it feels like it's been a really long time, but for at least 5 years, I've been doing a regular newsletter. That's right. Yeah. And what I mean by a newsletter is I either send out an article that I've written or a link to a podcast or, might be a promotional email. Oh, thanks, pet. And I've been doing that consistently. And here's why I'm a passionate advocate. A passionate advocate for doing that as a client attraction strategy. There's nothing like a real live event here. And here's the thing, right? I try and do my podcast when you're asleep. And unfortunately, he's getting bigger and he's really active. And so doing doing podcasts and videos and all of that kind of good stuff, it's really hard to do. But here's the thing, right? If you are struggling like I do, to get that kind of dedicated time, sometimes you just have to get on with it and just do the best that you can. Now, I'm very, very lucky and fortunate that my community don't mind. Most of the time, I get great views when I've actually had the baby. So maybe he's kind of like my secret weapon. But anyway, it just goes to prove that I pretty much do live and breathe tiny time all the time. Now, go on, you go and play. Look, go and get your book. Yeah, you can come back later. So here's the thing, right? I've got 4 reasons why an email newsletter is a brilliant client attraction strategy. First of all, it builds the know, like, and trust factor. This is huge because when you're showing up in someone's inbox and sharing, useful information, value, then what happens is it builds that trust. Now, I have to say, most of the time when I sign a new client, one of the comments, this happens very regularly, is I've been getting your emails for a while now, and I really like you. I really like your style. I like what you write, and I feel like I've got this rapport. And, a lot of times people will say, I feel like I know you already. That's because I've been showing up in their inbox. And, you're building a relationship with lots of people all in one go. So that for me is huge. It builds the know, like, and trust factor. And as a consumer, as a buyer myself, I know that I do the same thing as well. That I tend to check out somebody for a while, read their stuff. It's like if you ever hear of, somebody recommends somebody to you, then, one of the things that I do is I go on their website, I read their blogs, I listen to their podcasts, I might watch a video or two, I might download their free gift to get a sense of that person. And then I might choose to stay with that person for a length of time until they put an offer in front of me that I actually am really interested in buying. So it's the same with you as the potential, the business owner. And somebody who wants to buy from you, they want to get to know you and they want to get to like you. And yeah, that's right. And when they trust you, that's when the money exchanges. And okay, so that's the first reason. Builds the know, like, and trust factor. Secondly, I want you to think about the fact that if you are showing up in someone's inbox regularly, that demonstrates consistency. And what that means is they can trust you to deliver. And that is huge because if you've never met somebody and you want to do business with them, but there's that little niggly thought start saying, do I really want to give my money to this person? You know, I know it sounds great, but can I actually do this? Well, here's the thing. If you've been showing up consistently, then they will have that trust with you. And so your consistency will allow you to attract more clients. And I know the consistency word is something that lots of people hate hearing because unfortunately it is the truth. Okay, so that's the second reason. The third reason is down to value. If you're not, when you're emailing somebody and you're sending them lots of great value, you're sending them useful information that they can use in their life, in their business, in their health, in their relationships, whatever it is that you're doing in your business, or you're sharing your special offers and you're showing people what you can do for them, then you're demonstrating your value all the time. And that is powerful because you don't want to just turn up in someone's inbox just to sell something. Yes, you can sell in your email, but I also want you to be thinking about how is this email going to make someone feel better or do something different? How is it going to inspire them? How is it going to educate them? How is it going to entertain them? So I want you to always be thinking about, what am I putting into this email? Am I going to do those things, or is this just a shameless plug? Nothing wrong with a shameless plug, but I want you to be really mindful about what you're writing in your emails to make sure that you are delivering that value. Okay. Now I have a fourth, and I can't remember what the life of it. Oh yeah, there you go. I had to just remind myself because I had my little notes down. And here's the thing, right? Okay, so you've got the build the know, like, and trust factor. You're providing value, and you are, God, I've forgotten again now. Hold on. Consistency. God, it's a bit of a nightmare today, isn't it? You're building consistency. Here's the thing. An email newsletter, when you think about all the things that you could be doing in your business, like a daily Facebook Live, or doing a podcast every single day, like some people do, or just thinking I've got to straddle all the social media platforms, every single day. Here's the thing: an email newsletter is a relatively, in comparison to all of those things, a small time commitment. If you send one once a week, you are already miles ahead of all the other people who think it's a great idea, but they don't actually get around to doing it. And I want you to really take that to heart, because, I could spend half an hour, maybe an hour tops, to write my email newsletter. And what I typically would do is I'd combine it as an article or a blog post on my website, so that I'm kind of doing both. That's a little tip for you. But it might take me at the most an hour to do. And that's going out to, my community, and it's building all of those things that I've just shared. And it's a small time commitment. So if you could commit to doing, oh, you're all right, pet. If you could commit to doing a small, email newsletter, then I think you'll find that you will absolutely reap the benefits of that. And that for me is really key, because we've got tiny time. We need to make the most of it. So that's it for today. They're my 4 big reasons about why you should start doing an email newsletter if you're not doing one already. And if you had started but are a bit haphazard, then definitely get back to doing it on a weekly basis, because I promise you, your community want to hear from you. And so don't disappoint them. Get out there, build consistency, provide massive value, and don't forget to make your offers as well. That's it for me, Yasmin Boraji from Tiny Time Big Results, and I'll talk to you the next time.